Super Bowl. Who's going to win? And what's the problem? What's the controversy that's going to lead to conversation with the halftime show? All right. What are we, Tiger Talks? What did we ever decide?
I don't even know.
Tiger Topics. It's really good. Welcome to Tiger Topics. This is the, well, it's kind of supposed to be, we're getting close to the Valentine's Day episode, but this isn't really the Valentine's Day episode. We might touch on the topics a little bit leading up to things, but this is going to be a severe boys club today. Our panel that we've got on for the podcast has put together some topics that they want to talk about. They are quintessential American males, teenage, adolescent, mid-stage adolescent males, and then I'm going to facilitate, but I'm going to mainly just listen to see what kind of ridiculousness comes out of your mouths. And do my best to make sure that everything you say is something that doesn't have to be edited out, and we can actually just leave it in the video for later.
Thanks.
Yeah, and Cullen is over there saying thank you, because that's all of his work that does it.
Can you read that?
Let's do quick introductions first. I'm Mr. Blackby. I'm the mass media. Yeah, I can read the thing. I'm the mass media teacher and English teacher and host for today.
I'm Broden Adams, one of the THS Press students.
I'm Bo Welty, same as him.
Senior extraordinaire.
Oh, Cale Jones, also a THS Press student.
Okay, so we got three hard workers with the THS Press. They get a lot of stuff done that you see in the mass media, and they're going to be our hearts and minds in the podcast today. So, first topic. We're going to jump right in with Super Bowl.
Yes.
I think before like what you have down here is Super Bowl halftime.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of, there's still lingering controversy with the Super Bowl halftime, right?
Yeah.
Okay, before we get to that, who's going to win?
I think the Seahawks will.
I got the Patriots.
I got the Pats.
So we have two Patriots and a Seahawks. Why
Yeah.
Seahawks? What do they bring to the table that the Patriots can't contend with?
I don't know the wide receiver's name. Jackson Smith. I don't know.
Jigba?
Yeah. He's really good. He's like the best,
Jigba? Yeah,
he's like the best
And-
receiver
Yeah,
in the league.
It's weird.
I know.
And
Took me. I had to ask like 12 people how to say
yeah.
it.
He's like the best receiver in the league.
Cap.
Okay.
He is.
No.
Look
Whoa,
at the stats, bro.
Romeo Dobbs.
Oh, Haganell.
Who's the guy from the Packers? Number 9. Christian.
Christian McCaffrey.
No,
Christian
Watson.
Watson.
Watson, there you go.
Christian Watson.
Yeah.
Christian Watson.
Matthew
You
Gold.
went to San Francisco. Some people say that the Patriots didn't really face any opponents. Like, if you look at their record and who they faced throughout the season, they were in a weaker conference for sure. And then even their out-of-conference games were... Like, I've seen the data. Like, they listed all of their opponents they beat and by how much. And then you look at what those opponents actually did against other teams, and they did have a weaker schedule overall, where the Seahawks went through the gauntlet and still came out at the end.
I don't know, when you get to the Super Bowl, it's just those two teams. There's not really anything backing it.
You make a
Whatever
solid
they bring to
point.
the table.
We see it in like regional and conference play at the high school level all the time. You have a team that plays in a really crappy conference and they just beat the snot out of everybody by 30 points or whatever. They don't really get challenged. And yet when they go up against a challenge, they still do well because they do have actually what it takes. You think that's what's going to happen here, where the Patriots, they really do have it?
Yeah.
I like Drake May. I do like Drake
I do
May.
too. I think he's a consistent, solid quarterback that will be around for a long time.
Yeah. Next Brady.
I think Kelsey should retire.
I don't know about next Brady. That's a pretty bold statement. Brady is the GOAT for quarterbacks.
Till Drake May.
I mean, he can. I'm not saying he can. I mean, Brady was not spectacular in the beginning either. You know, he was just consistent. But to be able to maintain that over a long period of time, that's what the greats do. Don't know if he has the potential yet.
Haven't seen enough of him though.
That's right. Only time will tell. Okay. All right, now we have our winner. I suppose I should pick. Let's see what the Any other opinions on Seahawks versus Patriots for the win?
Seahawks are gonna watch them.
Seahawks. Cullen, no. What?
I don't watch football.
Cullen's like, I
Get a
don't
load of
care.
them guys.
Corey,
What?
Seahawks or Patriots?
Seahawks.
We got. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 Seahawks, 2 Patriots. I'm gonna go Seahawks as well. I think they've been tested and they find ways to win. I think they're gonna do it again.
You want to make a bet on that?
Let's think about it.
All right.
Like, let's think about the terms. Like, we won't do money, obviously. I can't do money with a student. You know that.
I'm 18 now. I'm not a minor.
No, you're still my student.
That's
I can't bet money with a student.
out of
but
school.
but I would do a meal.
All right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
meal at a favorite place.
All right.
Like we'll hash out the details after. Okay. All right. Halftime show. So okay, Bubba, go ahead and recap us on what's the problem, what's the controversy that's going to lead to conversation with the halftime show.
Bad Bunny, his songs are all in Spanish.
Okay.
That's the controversy I have with them.
I don't know Spanish.
What is the problem with that?
Not the only like a small amount of the country can speak Spanish.
Okay.
So, as much as the people are watching the Super Bowl, not that many of them can understand his halftime show.
Okay. And so your big issue is simply the language barrier.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to throw out there what people are going to say. And I have seen some of the ignorance online as well. I'm sure you have. That are like, he's not even an American. But you understand he's from Puerto Rico,
I mean, like,
and that is America.
that's fine, but it's not a state. It should be like country.
Neither is Kentucky.
We
It's a
should be-
commonwealth.
Country. Music.
Am I not an American?
So we only have 49 states?
Yeah, what?
48, actually. There's 2 commonwealths, and then there are territories. Commonwealths are slightly different than a state. They don't have the same legislature. Legislation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, technically, they serve a role like a state, but they're actually considered a commonwealth.
Huh.
And that's, I think, is it Maryland? I can't remember what the other one was. There's Kentucky and one other they're commonwealths and not. They don't actually fit the definition of a state.
Yeah.
But Puerto Rico is a territory, and so it does not have representation in Congress.
Yep.
Just like Guam. We have Guam, Puerto Rico, American Samoa, and the American Virgin Islands. And they are all part of America. Their people are citizens. They don't need green cards or visas. They can come and go as they please from their island to our mainland. And they are citizens. If they come here and they get a license for North Dakota, they can vote. They are citizens. They are Americans. They just don't have representation in Congress because they haven't gotten statehood yet. Out of all of the territories that people are pushing hardest to get statehood, that a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people would like to see statehood, Puerto Rico is one of them. They'd like to see it become a state like Hawaii did. Hawaii was a territory for a while too, and then it gained statehood. Because that would give them more say about their own rules and regulations because they have representation at Congress voting for them.
Yep.
So he is an American. Bad Bunny is an American. Well, I have best friends from the Marine Corps that I served with that were from Puerto Rico. They serve in our military. They are us. So that is a common misconception that some of the general public have that they need to get out. We got to throw that out. He is an American. And if the American thing is a problem, why did we have Shakira a few years ago? Every friggin' member of the Beatles that was ever on there, they're from Britain. They're not Americans. Many of our Super Bowl halftime shows have been done by entertainers that are not actually American. Canadian. We've had Canadian singers that people didn't realize were Canadian. That's not the issue. And if it is an issue, you're wrong. You need to throw it out. Now, the fact that all of his songs, is that true? I don't even know if that's true.
I think I heard that.
All of his songs are in Spanish?
It's a vast majority.
Yeah, I think
if
it
it's
is
not all.
most.
vast majority of his songs are all in Spanish.
You guys don't remember this, but there was a band that was really popular back in the 80s called Menudo. And the Miami Sound Machine. And the Come on Chicken Baby, let's do the conga.
I have heard that.
Yep. And then Menudo had several popular songs. That was kind of like a family band, like a Jackson 5, but they were Hispanic, and most of their songs were in Spanish. And they too performed at the Super Bowl in the 80s. And they did their Spanish songs and like English speaking songs. So this isn't anything new.
No.
And I think that's what the young people, like if you go millennials down, are missing. Is that they don't realize Spanish is, though it's not official, it is the secondary language in the United States. Texas, New Mexico, California, they all belonged to Mexico at one point, and we just either bought them or took them over. And so all of those Mexicans that lived there became Americans overnight,
Yep.
and their families are still there.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is a huge part and parcel to our culture. But English is our official language. And as you say, vast majority of citizens in the United States only speak English. And so is it a good idea to do a Super Bowl, especially if it's going to be completely in Spanish, like the whole thing in Spanish? 18% of our population in the United States is of Hispanic origin. 18% of the total.
Yep.
So, and that's not even assuming they are of Hispanic origin. I was in the Marine Corps with plenty of guys that were full-blood Mexican American, but didn't speak Spanish. They were from Michigan and so were their parents, and their parents didn't use Spanish at home, and so saying 18%, not even the full 18% can speak Spanish.
So it's about 13 to 18% can speak Spanish.
We'll say 15 in the middle then. So we'll say 15% of the population actually speaks Spanish and can understand the words. Is it a good idea to have a performer that's only using the language of 15% of the population?
No,
No.
I feel like it would be like a country artist going to sing at like a soccer game in Brazil. That's what I feel like it would be. I feel like football should be country artists. That's my thing.
I don't know about country, but it should definitely be in the language of everybody.
Definitely should be English.
Let's talk about why. I think you guys should be. Your should be can't be based on what you feel.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a part in it, but it can't be
Yep.
based on what you feel. So we say should be. Why should it be? Let's think logically. Just try to take yourself out of it a little bit. And if you're going to apply, we're appealing to the people to agree with us. You going because I think so and because I speak English. Well, that doesn't appeal to people. That's not an appeal. Let's think logically. If you really stand on this and you believe in it, and we're gonna, we'll be willing to do something about it. Why? Why should it not be in Spanish?
Because if only 15% of the country speaks Spanish,
Then
that's
15% of the country can understand what he's saying.
yeah.
Why is that important?
Because it's a broadcast of a sports game that is for the entire country.
So it's just this humanitarian mission that's meant to entertain people.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a humanitarian mission, but it is meant to entertain people.
But why? Just for the good nature of people?
No, it's meant to entertain people, so they pay for it.
Now you're getting down to the root of the real issue. Now you're getting down to logic.
Who's going to pay for a
Do you
half?
It's gonna
think-
be the worst
do you
pay-per-view.
Do you think
Yeah.
the NFL exists for us?
No, it exists to make money.
It exists to make money. Don't ever forget that. The NFL is not a government agency. It is not a public provision. It is a private corporation. made up of investors. Each owner of each team is an investor in a huge, multi-billion dollar, might be trillion, I don't even know, hundreds of billions of dollar organization. You know what I'm saying? Huge money. And their sole objective isn't to bring pride to a community. It isn't to like provide entertainment for the people because they love the people. Their sole objective is to make money. Now, if they make people have pride in their community along the way, I'm sure they could like that. But they can't feed their families. They can't build their mansions with that. They have to make money. It is, first and foremost, it is a money-making organization. They give entertainment to people that pay for it. Okay? And so, no matter where they stand on stuff, their deep-down motivator will always be money. And if we're sitting here saying only 15% of the population speaks Spanish and will understand these songs, we'll say that another 10% don't care. We can give 20. We'll give 20%. We're going to be loose. And we'll give 20% don't care that it's in Spanish and they'll still enjoy it. They're like, it's fine. I don't have to understand the words. If the beat's nice and I know Bad Bunny songs, I'll still listen to it. Okay? So now we're sitting at 35% of the population is going to watch and then understand and enjoy.
Yep.
Understand and or enjoy the halftime show.
Yeah.
Is 35% good numbers for a high dollar broadcast like that?
Not the slightest.
Not in the slightest. Like, real quick, Cullen, while we're talking, will you look up what percentage of people in the United States watched the Super Bowl last year?
You're using big words today. How do you?
What words were big?
I don't know. I don't understand it. Big words.
He didn't even remember it. So I don't know about you, but if I owned a company and I'm gonna put something on TV, my goal would be to get 100% of the people that were watching to like it.
It was 127.7 million viewers.
So almost a quarter of our population. That's pretty close to a quarter of our whole population.
That's almost.
Is it?
Yeah.
U.S. population is 338 million.
Woo! Jeez. Look at that. I was thinking 400 and some million.
Dang, so almost.
So we'll say a third.
Yeah,
A
so
solid third of our entire population. You gotta think like our population includes babies, toddlers, elementary.
It's just the TV streaming it, so
Peaked at
imagine all the people
137.
around
Yeah.
watching
Oh,
this
yeah,
on
yeah.
TV.
And that's a good point. The guys in the background are bringing up a point that's 127 million TVs. How many people are having a Super Bowl party and there's 10 people watching the one TV?
probably at least 25% of it.
That's big. If I've got something that I'm showing to that many people and I want to make money, my goal is to get 100% of them to like it.
Mm-hmm.
Not 35. Not 35%. And I mean, do you guys know the details on this? What are people doing about it? People don't want to hear an entire show in Spanish, and they don't like, and I think they don't like the attitude that's been taken by it too. Like, you're like, I don't speak Spanish. I would rather not have a Super Bowl in Spanish. So somebody says that, and then everybody's like, you're a racist.
Yeah.
You know? Now, when you're wrong, it makes you look bad. When you come out and go, he's not even an American, then that makes it easy for them because they can look at you and go, ugh, yes, he is. He's just as much an American as you are. Like, there's no levels of American citizenship. He is. You know?
If he brings in like another person to sing with him, I think it would be better. Like a feature.
They usually do. It's not going to be a solo act. I've never seen a Super Bowl in the last 10 years.
There is. There's,
Lady Gaga
There's
and
another
stuff.
person.
Lady Gaga or
No,
Katy Perry.
It's like
Really, bro?
What?
Green Day.
But that was
Green Day's fantastic. I'm old too, though. But that's from my generation. But
Green
Play
Day
some
is
American Idiot.
yeah.
Green Day's pretty good.
So, I don't know. I mean, I guess we come down to this. Like, as a business decision, if you got that many people that are like, I don't like this, it's probably not a good idea. That's how I am, from a business standpoint. There's plenty of Super Bowls that I didn't like. Super Bowl halftime shows.
Yep.
There's plenty. I'll be honest with you. The Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, that's my 90s high school music. You understand? Like, I was so excited to have those guys do the Super Bowl. And I thought it was just okay.
Yeah, and then Eminem kneeled. That's what really made me mad.
I don't even know if that had symbolism, though. I think it was just the end of his thing. Like,
He talked about it after the show, I believe.
I don't care. He did his song. He didn't even do the song I like. Like, that was my biggest complaint. I don't care if he takes a knee. Take a knee. He's not a player. Who gives a crap? That's my big thing too. When it comes to these artists, I don't care about their political opinion. They can give it if they want. They have the right to. They have a microphone and they want to feel important. I just don't listen to it. I just hear it and go, "Yeah, you're wrong. Shut up. Sing a song. Or go act." I don't let it bother me. If I had a microphone, I'd say the opposite sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Why do people get all up in arms over that? Who cares? What does that know? What was his name? The Hulk. Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Had this big spiel. Why are you wearing the pin for the Grammys? Because they were told not to be political at the Grammys, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Grammys told them, we're not doing this. We're not going to get up there and talk about red or blue. We're not going to talk about Republican, Democrat. Like, we want this to be about acting tonight. But on the red carpet, they're allowed to say whatever they want on the way in. And all of the left side guy, people wore pins for the lady that got shot in Minneapolis, right? And he goes on this big thing, and it's all over social media. And I remember watching that going, he makes a couple of points that are true, and then he makes a couple of points that are crazy like you're just throwing mud at somebody. You know what I'm saying? Which destroys your argument. Like when you say some good stuff, but then you say crazy stuff with it, or stuff that's really opinionated.
Yep.
That destroys your argument. Now people don't want to listen to what the good things you had to say because you threw those nasty opinions in there. But when I saw it, that's all I thought was he ruined his own argument by being so opinionated, mudslinging. And then two, what the crap does Mark Ruffalo know about anything? He's an actor.
Angry for a living.
Yeah, he plays the Hulk. He's in Marvel movies. I don't know anything else about him. Does he have a degree?
In the movies he does.
Is it in political science? You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe he gets his information from the same sources as I do, which is social media. And every now and then you'll follow the social media back to some actual articles. I don't think his opinion doesn't matter. He just happens to have a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't let that stuff bother me at all. Okay? So anyway, I'm thinking about the Super Bowl halftime show. I'm thinking about I think it has become political, is what it's become again. And that's the problem. I think Republicans, and I don't want to say Republicans, I think far right people, or people that lean on the far right of the scale, they are right in saying, I don't want the whole halftime Super Bowl to be in Spanish. I won't understand it. But because they said it, the people on the left side of the scale immediately point at them and go, racist. Which I don't think is the heart of their argument. But then some of them say things that come out of ignorance because they don't realize, and they say, he's not even an American. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, I think you ought to be an American to be in the Super Bowl halftime. And it's like, dude, there's like 9 Super Bowls with either British, Canadian, or Hispanic. It's been in Spanish before, and this is normal. but they don't like being called racist. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's this whole thing of, if everybody just had all the information, they probably would think differently. Some people would, those with intelligence. And then those that don't are going to be ignorant and hateful on both sides anyway. And so, what do you do about that?
Nothing.
I think from a monetary standpoint, as a business owner, hitting only 15% of the population that's watching probably isn't the best. I'm going to throw this out there to mess you up, though, to really get your brains thinking. They also say that no publicity, even bad publicity, is good publicity.
Yeah, people are still going to go look at his songs and stuff. And
We've spent a big part of our podcast talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. How many other people in the country are doing the same thing? Even if they're bad-mouthing it, they're talking about it, aren't they? People are going to want to know what happens. Okay, so what the people that don't want the halftime show with Bad Bunny, for whatever reason, like, we're not going to try and get into the logic of everyone that's not going to, that they've decided not to watch it. What are they going to do instead? They're just going to shut their TV off?
Probably go eat some like
probably mute it and walk away.
Mute it and walk away.
They'll probably just
Shut it off. Leave. Go do something else. Anything else? Is that really going to, I don't know. It might make a difference.
Throw their
I saw
TV out their window.
I saw on
I don't know.
TikTok that there's like another show with country artists.
Okay.
That'd be great.
No, like
I heard about that too.
Yeah, the NFL posted about it.
Jalen's one of our commentary in the background there, and he's saying that there's an alternative Super Bowl halftime show that's happening at the exact same time on a different station. I had heard that too. Like, I know, I haven't heard about it in a while because everything's kind of died down because of the craziness. The news only sticks with something for a little while. I know you know that. The media only sticks with something for a little while people are interested in it. The Bad Bunny thing died down. The Minneapolis stuff went through the roof. And so now on all the news stations all the time is either Greenland or Minneapolis. Okay? And the media is riding that train until people are stop being interested, and then they'll go to another one. And that's how media works. Because, again, is media a public organization that's meant to serve the people?
Nope.
No. Who owns the media?
Rich people.
Private corporations. And so what is their number one objective?
Money.
Money. They're trying to make you click.
Yep.
And so you can never forget that whenever you get sources of information, is that their sole objective in order to feed their families and pay their bills and build their mansions is to make money, which means they have to put stuff out there that and it's our fault because who clicks on it?
Us.
We do. We want to hear about it. We want to hear about all the drama. Somebody helping somebody out and, building them a house, and, we're all like, that's nice. But somebody murders somebody or steals something or, government scandal, we're all like,
Wanted to see it.
okay. I'll end this part with this. What is everybody going to watch? Are you going to watch the Super Bowl halftime show to see what it's like? Or are you dead set? You're like, the moment it's like, all right, that's halftime, and they're running back to the locker rooms, you're going to be like, boom. Bathroom break, food. You going to shut it off or mute it?
Oh, I'll probably just walk away.
Just walk away.
There's
Okay.
going to be other people there that want to watch it.
Okay. Bubba?
Probably not going to watch the Super Bowl.
Not at all.
Nope.
What are you going to be doing instead?
It's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He
Sleeping.
hates football.
Sleep.
I don't hate football. I hate watching the NFL.
We lost state, and now you can't stand watching football.
I haven't watched the NFL since all this stuff went down with Colin Kaepernick.
My wife quit watching them too. Like, she used to love the Denver Broncos, but then everything was so
Everything was so
tense
yeah.
and political, and when they were doing the kneeling and stuff, like they're kneeling during the national anthem, and
What's with the deal? Is there something wrong?
Something.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to stand
You're
and put
supposed
your hand
to
on your heart.
but that's etiquette. You understand? There's not a rule or anything, and that's etiquette. And then this is what a lot of people don't realize is, like, if you're a color guard commander or whatever, if you've done military drill, there's something called a Queen Anne salute, where you take a knee and you go down on one knee and you put this other hand here, and you'll have your rifle behind your arm, And it is a salute. So there are multiple salutes in ceremony where you can actually be on a knee and salute. Now, was that what they were doing? No. What they were trying to do was make people look at them. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't want to be disrespectful. Like kneeling was the best choice to make people pay attention, but not be blatantly disrespectful. If they go out there with a flag and throw it on the ground and start stomping on it, that is not going to get, that's going to get attention, but no one's going to listen to you.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're being blatantly disrespectful. What they were thinking was, what can I do where everybody's watching, where everybody will see, well, everybody will want to know why are we doing this? So they'll listen to us. But isn't horribly disrespectful. And kneeling was what they came up with. And then, of course, it becomes trendy. You know, once someone picks up on it, they either like the idea or they just want to jump in on the trend. And so it became, but then that became a heated topic because some people thought that it was disrespectful, and that's all you need is some people to think it's disrespectful, and now you divide into a debate.
Yep.
And then because it was about racial issues, like that was during the time where we were dealing with police were not, there was a lot of police violence, there was a lot of police things that they were not trained properly, they were not responding to situations right. We'd had generations of police not being properly monitored, and so they had developed bad habits that, I come from a police family and I was military police, so I understand this. Like, some police officers get the mentality of I'm at war. It's us versus them. You can't have that as a cop. They are citizens. It's to serve and protect, not I'm at war with the bad guys. Now they have to protect themselves. They have to deal with violence. So that's what makes the job hard. But when you get that mentality of I'm a soldier fighting crime, soldiers kill. Soldiers fight. Soldiers training don't usually require calming people down and pulling them out of fires, and you know what I'm saying, like saving things. You know, like that's not a main. They have to have a soldier deep down. You know what I'm saying, in case the situation arises. But their number one priority should be like a knight. You know, serve and protect. I'm here to help the people. And we lost that mentality in the United States because nobody was watching them and nobody was monitoring them, and they were going into bad situations where they had to be a soldier, and so they didn't turn it off.
Yeah.
And so you got people being mistreated. And then if you put on top of it, there are racist, prejudiced, hateful people out there that were just abusing their power because who's going to stop them? If you noticed, all of that stuff has kind of gone by the wayside too. And there's new procedures now. What does every cop have on now?
Body cam.
Body cam, man. And if you could watch body cam videos for days. Do you see cops acting like idiots anymore?
No.
Not very many.
Not very many, man. Not very many. Why? Because they were retrained. And I hate to admit it, part of the reason why that got made known was because of the knuckleheads in the NFL like Colin Kaepernick. I hate to admit it because I hated dealing with it. I was like, man, I just want to watch football. I don't want to hear about any of that during my enjoyment time. But it did become known to everybody that there was a problem with our police training and police officers.
Yeah.
And so we just made the adjustments, and things are better. They're not perfect by all means, but things are much better now. And cops are even protected as much, because there for a while every cop was being blamed of abuse or misuse of power, and so everybody adjusted because of that. And now they're not. Now they can't be. I watch those videos. I love them. Do you guys watch those?
Not very many.
I
see them every once in a
I
while.
like watching the Karens, like the lady that thinks she can do whatever and say whatever she wants. End up getting arrested because she can't. I love those, like people that are so ego and then they get put in their place, and so I watch a lot of those. And And the body cam, man, it changed everything. And then you see them, though, the procedures, the way they talk, the amount of chances that they get. You can't come up as a cop and be in a bad mood and go, let me see your license. And they're like, no. And then they start freaking breaking windows and pulling people. You know, you can't. You have to show that you went through the steps. And so the cop's like, listen, ma'am, according to this legend, you have to show me your ID. You've now been informed. If you continue to go on this route, then I'm going to be forced to do this. And then they're like, no. And then you can break out the window and pull them out of the car or whatever, and they're fine. And so, they're following procedure according to the law. Yeah. So I didn't want to watch that. I didn't want to learn about that during football, though. It worked, but I didn't like it. And my wife did the same thing. She stopped watching. Let's do one more thing here before we go, okay? It took up a lot of time. If you guys want, next week we'll do the same group, and we'll continue with the topics.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I like the crossbow one.
So next week we'll talk about... Where's that one at? The crossbow.
If you should be able to just hunt with a crossbow or not.
During bow season?
Yeah.
Or during gun?
Just in general.
So through the whole bow season.
Hunting with a crossbow is like hunting with a gun almost.
Well, that's why they won't. Because
Yep.
I mean, it's deer population control.
Mm-hmm.
But we can get into that. Like, or should there be a crossbow season added in? Like, so you have bow season. Remember, you could use bow through the whole time, no matter what.
Yep.
But then let's have a rifle season and a crossbow season.
That would make sense.
That would make sense.
Okay, we'll
Like
talk
a
more
big
about it
drop.
next week. We'll end this week with Seahawks are going to win.
Yeah. I hope
I'll
so.
let you guys know what our bet is next week, and then when I collect on it, I'll enjoy it.
Upload it on YouTube. You two shaking hands on it.
Yeah, and when I collect on it, I'll make sure to post that too.
All right.
When I'm enjoying my delicious meal. And then topics. This is good talk today. Topics like this are not easy, are they? Like anything made of people is complex.
Yeah.
The ignorant take a stance quickly and don't listen to anybody else. They're loud and they're fast and they sound sure of themselves. The intelligent sees that there are many, many, many variables and things aren't black and white. There's a lot of gray thrown in there. And so they take time to think, which makes them seem silent, but they're not. Everybody's welcome to believe what they believe. If we all learn to believe it with some kindness,
Yeah.
you got to recognize that there are lots of people out there that are different than you. Is that really bad? Are they impeding on you? If your Super Bowl halftime show is in Spanish, they kind of are.
Yeah.
And so speaking up about that, is that wrong?
No.
No.
Depends on how you speak out about it, though.
Yeah.
Does your motivations why matter? Or is it your point that matters?
I don't know.
Something to think about, right? If I don't want the halftime show to be in Spanish because I won't understand it and I won't enjoy it as much and I'm paying for it, or do I not want the halftime show because he's not a continental American and I don't really, and like I said, and people would say this, and I don't really like Hispanics. Maybe it is a prejudice. If that's your motivation, I mean, they both want the same point. They would rather not have the Super Bowl in Spanish. Does the motivation matter? Something to think about, right? I think it does.
If you're not putting the motivation out there, I guess I don't know if it would.
I mean, if it's your personal thing, that's just for you to deal with on the inside, right?
Yeah. A little bit less important than if you're putting it out on social media and talking about it and whatnot.
Okay. Okay. This topic turned really, so these guys come up with the thing, just so you guys know, and it turned really, like I facilitated this a lot more than I thought I would. I talked a lot more today than you did, but I I really wanted this to go in a positive direction. Okay? A good one, an honest one, but a positive one. I promise you on next week's show,
More topics.
more topics and more you. Okay? All right. That's it for us today. Signing off. Everybody say goodbye.
Peace.
Bye.
Yeah.